How do you sell food and beverage products on Amazon in 2023? Food and beverage brands, this is for you. There's a lot of advice out there on how to sell on Amazon, how to grow sales, but there is not a lot that I see that's tailored specifically for food and beverage categories because they are, well, they're different, right? And coming here from experience of years of working in food and beverage, pretty much all subcategories by now, I wanted to put this together specifically for you. This is going to be a PowerPoint. I'm sorry, but I promise it's going to be worth it, the content of it. So it's going to be a little bit longer form for a YouTube video, but again, I promise you'll carry something useful for you because this is how it works on Amazon in 2023, made just for you. All right. So first of all, why should you listen? Why should you listen to me? When I say we, my name is Irina Balyurko. I'm a partner at Red Rocks E-commerce. Red Rocks E-commerce, we're an Amazon specialized agency. We help CPG brands, mostly in food and beverage, launch and grow on Amazon. So we've been doing this since 2019. A huge chunk, majority of our portfolio that we manage is in food and beverage. So we speak from the years of experience of years on Amazon in those categories. US and Canada focus, but the principles will apply if you are in Europe, if you're selling Amazon, in Australia, and other marketplaces. We're also an Amazon advertising partner network, so we know enough to be dangerous in marketing place. We have certifications and all of that, and participate in beta opportunities on Amazon and all of that. We have our internal contact with the mothership, so all of that definitely helps to get results. Millions of dollars in sales, tens of thousands of hours of testing. So all of that is here in this presentation specifically made for 2023. Okay. Before I go further, please click like or subscribe. This really helps to put good content that is not about sell on Amazon and get passive income and get rich, because it's not. I say it as it is, and I say it from working inside of inside of not the Amazon but Amazon accounts, right? So we do this every day. So help to push good information forward. All right, quickly on macro, have to speak a little bit about macro. The food and beverage, Amazon is the king in e-commerce, right? We all know that majority of sales happen on Amazon. It's the highest used research platform when it comes to online shopping. Amazon owns our wallets, right? So we all know that. The growth of food and beverage e-commerce, so it is here the projection by 2027, 366 billion in sales projected, and you can see the trajectory is really, it was a little bit, food and beverages were a little bit laggard in when it comes to, let's say, electronics or of course books, but it's really catching up, and that's reflecting in a lot of ways that I'm going to speak through. So if you had a choice not to be on Amazon, if you were selling, food or beverages, now it's not really an option. It's a strategic channel for any brand. Now, okay, so now what do we hear from our clients, from you, from your peers, from your competitors? So some of this feedback I'm sure will resonate and also show you that we have a pulse on what's going on and some of the challenges. So first of all, we see the rising costs, right? So it pushed the pressure on costs. Also from fulfillment point of view, in terms of delivery, like fuel, rising costs and so on. So profit margins get squeezed. You are already in the category that has a lower average margins by definition. I mean, you're not a Gucci sweater, or I don't know, even a Coach bag, or beauty cream, right? They can be super has a higher premium, right? So I know you already have pressures there. So then you get this inflation and so on, and there is also supply chain challenges. Sometimes we see that as a reflection of, oh, well, we need to decrease some of our COGS related or fulfillment related costs, so perhaps switching co-packers or focusing on our own manufacturing facility. Sometimes still hiccups from shipping from overseas as a result of COVID and whatnot. So we see that. Then we also hear from you that Amazon share of sales dropped to 2020 level or pre-2020. What we've seen with our clients, and this is what pandemic's been good to a lot of our brands. It definitely to pretty much all of our food and beverage brands that we work with is the pandemic lifted the sales, right? And now we see that because of lockdowns, whatnot. And now we see we see with with prospective clients that we speak that say, hey, why we're speaking because we got nice lift, we got 50% increase in 2021, then it kind of leveled off 2022, and now we're seeing it drop 50%. So we're kind of back to where we were and we weren't to. We experienced that, right? We had that growth, so we want to get it back. So which is why we're speaking. So if that resonates, you're not alone. Then we also see more category-wide competition on Amazon. Again, because there's just more food and beverage brands are on Amazon. It's really not an option anymore not to be on Amazon. So that's just, increases competition, increases marketing costs, and so on. And also, we hear from a lot of you, there's just not either a lack of clarity about profitability on Amazon, or struggling being profitable on Amazon. For example, if you say, tell me if this is maybe a conversation that plays internally or in your head, I don't know if you're profitable on Amazon. We need to figure out how if we're profitable on Amazon. We selling fine, but we're just not profitable. We're not really sure when to expect to be profitable with Amazon. Like, what is really profitability path? If that's what you are thinking, experiencing, you are not alone. And also, which is why I made this for you, because it's about growing profitable on Amazon in 2023. All right. So also now let's flip it back. Let's flip it the tables on us and say, okay, what are we seeing? We were working again day in and out within Amazon space and with our brands in food and beverage categories. So first of all, the fundamentals persist. Here we say how you look on Amazon, your presence, your images, your keywords, all of that is just not never gonna go away. You're always gonna come back to it. Your price competitiveness and you're also the right price, the right product offers on Amazon, your price control. To some of you that let retail distributors or KKs and all of that get Amazon become Wild Wild West, so that price control applies to you. Inventory management, customer focus, getting good reviews and just taking care of your customers. So all of that persists now even more than ever because this uncertain environment, economic environment, sometimes the basics is what grounds you and what keeps you solid through through any of these calamities that are already happening and they will just continue in macroeconomic geopolitical things that may impact you. So the next is we see advertising search results push out organic. So what that I mean, if you go and look for any keyword on Amazon, especially if you're in mobile, you'll see like usually a big banner ad from a brand, and you see another row of just PPC sponsored ads. So now and then you'll start to see organic. You maybe see a couple of rows of organic results. Then you see another, Amazon choice or some type of other sponsored. So really, we see the first page is getting really now populated mostly by paid search results. So then we also see that FBA management gaps become really expensive. By that, what I mean, gaps on your side. If a brand or whoever their partners, right, for Amazon are not doing forecasting well, are not managing well, or oversending, or too much inventory at Amazon, you get punished by higher fees. Amazon increased fees again, and they added like another long-term storage fee on top of a storage fee. It's like the bad version of a nesting doll, right? And also you get storage limits, even though they scrubbed out, but you still get punished in just by dollars. So then we also see more strict, Amazon becoming more strict. We used to be able to um, legally manipulate page structure to get more brand awareness, to get more reviews, aggregation, and so on Amazon. It's really becoming harder where Amazon now, not in certain categories, you can't, flavors get split, packs get split. Um, So then we also see seller support, pretty much full shift to do it yourself. I mean, if you work with if you're on Amazon, you know how helpful Amazon seller support can be. Now we see Amazon has done actually a pretty decent job in getting the videos for trainings for solving problems, but it's pretty much moved to do it yourself, which is fine when you have a simple problem. So seller support just sends you a link, watch this video or go through this tutorial or read this SOP. But when you have a more complex, they're useless. So that's is really, I mean, we're fortunate that we have our escalation because we work with the mothership, right, on different levels. So we kind of have a path there for our clients. But if you don't have that, then it really becomes even exercise in persistence and frustration. All right, but not all doom and gloom. Let's talk about good things that we see on Amazon in 2023. We see more data transparency. We can only welcome that because we need good data to make good interpretations and good decisions based on that. So, for example, CPG, food and beverage, right? So, repeat buyer, we see some demographics. We see more information basket, right? Like the checkout that's more aggregate level, that's we see more transparency in advertising efficiency per SKU and so on. We see more customer engagement tools. We're super excited about where Amazon owns customer. You still can't really do email marketing with Amazon customer. But now we see for brands with brand registry and already have some, good presence on the platform, their followers, we can email Amazon customers for new product launches or I forget, there's another option, but there's high frequency buyers, repeat buyers. So there is a ways to get customers to buy more, which is extremely exciting on Amazon. So then we also see more growth support by growth from Amazon. So if you are launching or if you are kind of in the beginning journey, so Amazon actually does have human beings that will work with you, kind of show you different marketing opportunities. So that is well for us again because we're an agency, so we're kind of in a different category in terms of working with Amazon. But if you are on your own, you probably are more likely than not will get a human being on Amazon, some type of rep that can help you figure out what marketing tools to use. Growth here is underlined because it's as opposed to profit. Amazon is sure is happy to help you grow your sales. And it is likely it will tie to marketing, but it sure will not necessarily it's not in their interest to help you become more profitable. So, but in the launching phase, it's extremely helpful. All right, what else we see on Amazon in 2023? It remains the best DTC customer acquisition channel, period. There is no other channel out there that has credibility, authority, domination, trust as Amazon. Market potential, right? For any brand, in any category. So then Amazon also remains a litmus test for a retail distribution. For when I say bigger here, I mean we've heard again, it's coming from feedback from you, is buyers, let's say in Whole Foods, were so like, well, you get to X number of millions or X dollar amount of sales on Amazon. Get a little bit more advanced on Amazon, then we can talk to you. So they want to see it as a validation of you as a brand. So then we also see smaller brands coming in undercapitalized for the first year in Amazon. So I'm going to speak more to that, what that means, and how to fix that. But you need to be prepared for a longer play on Amazon. So especially the smaller you are, the less likely you're going to be profitable on day zero. So again, I'm going to speak to you to help you there if you are in that bucket. So then also Amazon requires effort to grow sales, but it's a lot harder to grow profitably on. I already talked about this. All right, so how do you grow profitable on Amazon 2023? I want here, we put all of our experience. When we look through everything that we do for our brands, how we get results, how we fix things, how we get more sales, how we get our brands more profitable, everything kind of boils down to these 5 buckets. Like you have to have, these are the pillars of profit. You cannot escape them. You cannot go around. Like, you have to get your ducks in a row for these 5 pillars. Now, I'm not going to go into very much detail because you need to download. I'm going to put a link in below to download this, where I speak a lot more. Promise you, if you address this, you are going to give yourself chance for success on Amazon. You're going to be very, very growing solidly on Amazon profitably. But I want to tell you, briefly that there's 5 of them that the product offer. It's product offer in Amazon, the right product offer for Amazon, presence, how your brand looks, your keywords, your images, your videos, and so on. Performance, how are you, this is your fulfillment, this is your operation, this is your account management. Amazon is not hands-off. It's a very hands-on channel. How all the pieces speak to each other, right? Promote. Amazon, you have to be doing marketing on Amazon in order to grow. So how you promote, what's your marketing playbook there? What are you doing? These PPC ads, coupons, how they work? How do you get them to give you a better return? All of that. Last but not least is people. Who is doing that for you? Who is running your Amazon? Is it you? Is it somebody like us? Is it your broker? Is it somebody from Upwork? I don't know, but this is also, you need to have the right people writing such strategic channel. So now what I'm going to, though, speak is to one of these pillars where we see things break more often than not, and where if you don't have this in place, you will not scale profitably because you cannot scale zeros. All right, this is going to be about product offer. Here's what I mean. You need to have the right product offer, which may be your actual product, it may be your single unit, but it does not mean that you need to replicate your Shopify catalog. It does not mean that you should take all of your DTC website catalog, put on Amazon, and definitely does not mean that you need to take your retail catalog and put it on Amazon. Because Amazon is online channel that has its own fees structure. And if you don't get this unit economics right, you can still grow sales, but you will not have a chance of profitability. Zero. Okay? So I want to make sure I drive this point home. So, because again, you cannot scale zeros. So this applies now. If you're in launch phase, you have to keep in mind that your profit margin will most likely be your investment for marketing, but this is your profitability path. So you need to have your retail price. You're selling $19.99 to Amazon customers. Then you have your Amazon FBA and Amazon commission, which would be 10 or 15% for you, depending on your price, and most likely 15%. Then you have your COGS, and also if you do not use Amazon FBA, put your shipping to customer cost here. So this is really shipping, and your COGS, and that's where you have your Amazon net margin. So in this example, $6.30 needs to be 20% or less of your Amazon price. So this is what here, Amazon price minus COGS and minus fees. Actually, I'm missing Amazon fees there, 20% or more. So in this example, we have 31% profit margin. So this is really, really solid for food and beverage. If I had to benchmark that against your peers at competition, this is solid because you need that room for marketing, for miscellaneous calls, for hiccups. So you need to have that runway. So if you don't have that, then you need to go back. If you don't have 20% or more, you need to go back to the right product offer and construct it. So you have a path, you feel confident about your success on Amazon. Okay, so there's that. And usually that means you have to put variety packs, multi-packs, you have to have bundles, you have to, sometimes it's seasonal offers, right? So all of that. So we spend a lot of time in constructing product offers for Amazon for our clients. All right, let's go to the next. Now, if you're launching on Amazon, I will speak to two because it's not the same advice for whether you're starting brand new on Amazon or if you're selling on Amazon well, because you have different goals, you have different accomplishments already, so there's a different advice that I'm going to give you. So those of you that are more seasoned on Amazon, stay with me here. I promise you'll be worth it. because sometimes you don't have some of the things that I'm speaking to for those that are in the launch phase. What is the launch phase? Well, obviously, you either haven't started or you just got set up on Amazon, or you're probably selling, but you're about, I would say, 10,000 or less a month on Amazon. Really, you're in a launch phase. So because regardless of the time frame, where you've been a month or you've been a year, okay? So you need to, first of all, plan for the 5 profit fillers, download that guide, go through that, and if you need help, you, I'll show you, you can reach out to us. I'll show you, there's information, all of that there. So you need to get that squared away. You need to have encouraging customers' feedback for your products off Amazon. You do not want to have Amazon bad reviews become kind of a permanent stain on your brand on the largest e-commerce, the most trusted e-commerce platform out there. Reviews stay, they don't go away. So you need to make sure, and you can fix that. We've done kind of a reputation repair, work for Amazon, but it's hard and it's expensive. So and obviously, if you so yes, there is that. So you need to be very, very confident about that market receive that you can, if you were on Amazon, you can get, 4 stars and above for reviews. You need to plan for initial marketing investment. Now, well, what's the right amount to launch with? Well, it's a lot depends on how fast you want your sales velocity to be. But I'll tell you that you can plan for initial launch period of 3 to 6 months, and you need to aim to get to 1 to 1 as soon as possible. 1 to 1 ad spend for every dollar spent, you get $1 return on ad spend. Because after that, it becomes you get into out of the investment into reinvestment, and then profitability. Okay, so dollar wise, again, it's there is, for example, we start with our requirement is minimum of 8,000, 5,000 a month. You can 5,000 in marketing budget. You can start with as low as 2,000 a month in investing in PPC advertising on Amazon. I don't recommend going into less than that. Just you'd be better off, I don't know, doing it some more grassroots marketing. So it's just not going to get you far. So then the last one is launch only with existing local regional awareness. Amazon used to be a good channel to just start straight on Amazon. Amazon is my first and the only for now channel, but the landscape has changed. You can still go just brand new to market, period, with Amazon as the main channel, but be prepared for a lot more marketing dollars. Your first year is going to be your pure brand awareness, building, getting your product into your customers' play. If you want to have profitable growth within your first year, you need to come in with some regional, local, national awareness. Here's what I mean by that. So that means, let's say your product's already being sold on Amazon by others, could be resellers, right? Or your customers are searching for your products on Amazon. How do you know that? I'll use one example. The wonderful brand that we've just finished set up for. So customers are searching, so you don't even have to. There's a keyword tools. We use different tools, third-party tools to do keyword research, obviously for Amazon. But you don't have to have that. Just go look and see what prompts you get, because that means that, for example, in this case, people are searching for Lenka granola bars on Amazon. That's a good sign. So there are customers that are looking and they're saying, "Hey, I shop on Amazon all the time. I like your bars, and I don't see them on Amazon." That's a clue. You need to be on Amazon ASAP. Now, also another, we see that competition is bidding on Lenka bar, right? So the 88 acres is taking Lenka customers away for now. I mean, it's easy to fix for us with defensive advertising, but that's also a sign that you should be on Amazon, right? So you have some awareness that you can build on and come in strong, start strong, okay? So those are for the 2023 framework, right? This is a framework on how you as a business owner or decision maker should think through your decisions about Amazon, okay? So this is not what I'm doing. Giving here is not advice on how to execution, because you need to either come to us and we'll do that for you, or there's plenty of advice out there. I want to help you make right decisions about your business, because that's, as a business owner myself, sometimes that's the hardest. You weigh risk and benefit. You decide to prioritize um, your your what to do or how to spend your money. So that is really the hard. Like, I want to help you learn how do you think and make decisions about Amazon, right? So that's really coming from that perspective. Um, Now, how to grow profitable on Amazon. Now, I put here again the profit fillers. Usually when somebody comes in, like, okay, we're doing, let's just say, just had a conversation for a plan for profit audit. So we're doing 100,000 a month in sales. We would like to get 200,000. We don't want to sacrifice profit. We're profitable, but we don't want to sacrifice that, meaning we don't want to lose profitability as a volume, right, as a growth game. Usually, again, we go back to the profit pillars, and here we're not necessarily fixing things. A lot of things are here already dialed in if you're selling on Amazon, sometimes, but it's building on good to great. Here, sometimes it's the incremental gains in your product offers, in your presence, getting better video, getting a better infographic, getting better images, getting better cross-selling pages. Performance, usually we don't see that often where we have big gaps here. Promotion, right? So we have to think differently about marketing, promoting, because we have to think about from lifetime of the customer, repeat buyer, and so on. And also, well, I'm not going to talk about people, but sometimes, of course, if we're coming in, then that is we become part of the profit pillar. So these are incremental, but you still have to work off of the profit pillars that, again, download, link below, and think about it, incremental gains here. So often, more often than not. Because again, they're building, right? They're building. If you come in at 100,000, if you're selling, I don't know, 10,000 units a month, then if you increase your conversion rate just by, 15 points, you are gaining that in that volume, right? It becomes exponential. Okay, now here I'm going to talk about some meta principles where, again, if in this example, I'm selling 100,000, we're profitable, I want to get to do, I want to double, yes, I want to make more profit, but I definitely don't want to lose. So how we're looking at it? So we have a revenue bucket and then we have expenses bucket, right? That doesn't change. So first of all, here's how you get more sales without sacrificing profit. You increase how many people that see your product buy it. So in Amazon speak, digital marketing speak, you increase your conversion rate, right? This is what the incremental gains I was talking about. So you need to look at really how you can get more from your pages, from your videos, from your storefront. That's number one, right? Because you already have people coming in, how to get more to buy. Sometimes it's also promote pillar where we do the combination of marketing, right? Promotions and, to get more people to buy. And sometimes there's a seasonal play as well, obviously. Then we can increase how much, so when a Joe buys $30, how we get Joe, the customer, to spend $35 on average order. Often here we have to look at product offer, right? And sometimes it's a bundling, sometimes it's a promotion, sometimes it's a cross sell, but you can get them to buy more, right? They're already there. You paid, or they came organically for them to come to your page. Now you just need to get them to put more dollars in the checkout, right? Then we'll look at improving how products show in search results, organic rankings for relevant keywords. And here, sometimes we're looking at incremental, again, opportunities in pockets of niche keywords. Sometimes, especially if you have product lines, especially if do you have different customer profiles or different functionality, right, in purposes of your product. So we'll look for that. So this is where sometimes no niche keyword is too niche. You still have 80-20, right? You still have to look at what's the keywords. The 20% of your keywords will produce 80% of your sales. But if we're talking about profitability, so we have to look at that from different perspective, right? So then we also look at how to increase customer spend per total. So lifetime value per customer. And that with Amazon, Amazon doesn't disclose that easily, so we have to look at it. We have to do our own thing here to figure out. But if you know that your average customer is worth, $200, right? So then if it costs $30 to acquire, then it gives a better perspective on how you treat marketing, right? Um, and also, here also I want to say that sometimes, because Amazon is a front end channel, customer acquisition, and if you have back end funnel where they become your customer from your website, um, then where you get more profit from that, then you can also see you increase their lifetime value bringing to your website, whereas often they buy more. Um, and you get more profit obviously because usually you're more profitable on your website. So then we can also look at increasing price. So we do that. Here again, you have to be price competitive. You do need to have price control. You can't have if you're in KH's, like you get like a wild list of resellers with prices all over. So you can't have that. So, but that is an option. We do look at that. And you also need to look at, of course, need to be cohesive price within reasonable variance across multiple channels. Can't be like 50% more on Amazon than your website. There is a certain number of tolerance for that, but it's a way to increase your sales without throwing more dollars, right? So you have to put all of this on the table, and these are the right ingredients. How you do that, that's the real work. So this is where you need to come to us, and we'll create that for you, specifically for your brand. So all right, how to be profitable on Amazon? We're looking from a cost perspective. All right, so increasing efficiency of marketing. Here, yes, we're talking about optimization, improving your return on investment, but also how it plays with other things like if you have average order checkout higher, then you get higher return on ad spend, right, automatically. Or if you get higher lifetime value of a customer, then you have increased efficiency of marketing. And also, you need to look at the single SKU efficiency from a marketing point of view. So here, single SKU efficiency here is point two. Is here there are really two things. It's your unit economics and also your return on ad spend on marketing per SKU. You need to understand that at this stage. If you're already doing significant volume, you really need to know that. You need to be willing to, put it bluntly, kill SKUs. And for some of you product developers out there, brand owners, right, it can be hard. So it's hard when you put passion. It's hard to really be agnostic about what's working and what's not. But this is where having somebody objective like us does help, because if we can show you, listen, like this SKU gives you, this profit on Amazon and this return on ad spend marketing, and this one it's less. It becomes a conversation what's healthy for your business, right? So then also decreased cost is a way. Sometimes, we found, especially usually we see that with a really, really startup clients where you just have to, no matter how we look at it, you have to decrease costs. You just have to figure out the way to decrease costs. And in order to have play at Amazon. So sometimes it's a volume, like you know that better than me, right? So you have to get to certain volume. And I know that's hard, but it's also on the table where you can do only so much on Amazon. If you can't arrive to that 20% or more in the unit economics and the product offer that I was talking about, that margin, the breathing room, then because Amazon fees are fixed, your price to Amazon customers can vary only so much. Market really a lot of ways defines it if you want to sell anything. Your only other thing is left is your COGS, that bucket, right? So I mean, it's just numbers. You have to look at which of those ingredients you have more control of than others. All right, and the last but not least, I'm going to leave you here is how to be profitable on Amazon. Profit commands focus. Every time when we work with a brand that is doing decent at Amazon and they want to be more profitable, we have to focus. We have to look at 80/20. We have to get more strict with what is every dollar, every hour of human labor is spent on, your space on Amazon. You need to think about, right? It's like that real estate on Amazon in your search results, especially there's like all this page search results all over the place. You have to be very vigilant in that. As a business owner, as we grow, I have to really think through, do we need to offer that service, right? What type of, so basically in order to grow, you have to get more focused. You have to be more strict about what SKUs you sell, what you focus on, and you have to find those levers that are going to give you that 80/20 result. In order to grow, you have to prune. In order to go further, right, and faster, you have to get more strict. So that is what I'm going to leave you with that. If you haven't clicked like and subscribe, please do that now. And if you ready to get serious on Amazon, Redrox helps small and medium-sized brands grow profitable on Amazon. And we do that through advisory, training, and implementation services. So you can get in touch with me here and check us out at redroxecommerce.com. And I wish you happy and profitable selling on Amazon.